Let's put these babies in the oven. I'm gonna go on my lower oven this time. There we go, woo! But I have 4 cups of all-purpose flour, and make sure you scoop it in your measuring cup so you're not compacting and having more flour than you really need. I got my Tillamook butter, we're going local, and so I have unsalted butter, so I wanted to make sure I definitely put salt in here. I don't know, half a teaspoon, maybe a teaspoon of salt. And then I have 2 tablespoons of baking powder, close to a teaspoon of cream of tartar, but I only, I think I put in maybe, I don't know, half a teaspoon maybe? A little more than a half a teaspoon. Just gonna kind of break, well, you know what? I don't wanna do that because you want cold butter. The more my hands are on it, the more it is not cold anymore. Okay, I'm just gonna finish cutting this up and we'll get, or food processor would have been easier, but I started with this. So I have 2 sticks of cold butter. I went local, used Tillamook butter, but any butter that you want to use is fine. I used unsalted butter because that's what I had, so I did add salt to this. I added in 2 tablespoons of baking powder, about just a little over half a teaspoon of cream of tartar, a little bit of salt, and then I put a little lemon juice in here to create some buttermilk. I know the cream of tartar is already in there, so I probably didn't have to do this, but I did anyway. Because basically, I had some lemon juice from a lemon that I needed to use up, so it was probably only half a teaspoon. Anyway, so I'm gonna crack the egg in the milk, kind of blend that up a little bit so that when I incorporate it in the dough, I won't have pieces of egg kind of by itself, but hopefully it'll be nicely blended in with the milk. And oh, how much milk did I have? I think I had a cup and a half. So let's see if this works. I'm gonna make a little well in here. There we go. Okay, I plopped all the dough on this counter. I'm just gonna kind of knead it for a minute. There's nothing like homemade biscuits. And I always think of the kind, oops, let me get a little more flour here. I always think of the kind from like Kentucky Fried, Chick-fil-A, all those places. Oh, or your favorite restaurant. I always want those big, fluffy. Okay, I think that's about enough. We don't want to roll it too thin because we want to give it an opportunity to fluff. Okay, let me get my big baking sheet. Put it on my baking sheet. And then I've got my cookie cutter here. We're gonna go 1. So there. And I would have to say, okay, how tall are they? I was hoping more like an inch, but anyway. They're probably half an inch. We'll see how big they get. Okay, you know what? I think I'm gonna brush these right when they come out of the oven with a little bit of butter, and but I'm gonna check my little notes that I have on my pad first. Okay, sorry guys, I'm gonna move you up a little closer here. You may not be able to see me, but I'm gonna lightly brush the tops of the biscuits, and I'm hoping it'll give that nice brown color when they bake. I've got the oven going on at 450 degrees, And I do have a recipe for biscuits at amyroloffslittlekitchen.com. So go and check this one out. This is just a slight variation because I wanted to see, you know, what does egg do? Visually see it. And cream of tartar. I think I should have rolled out the dough to about a little more than a ½ inch. So these might not rise as much as I hope, but I think they're gonna do enough. Okay, there we go. Let's put these babies in the oven. I'm gonna go on my lower oven this time. There we go, woo!